They won't even look at your application if they see what neighborhood you're from. And so some of them, those minorities who want their kids to attend the school, but then they have to use like a different neighborhood or a different address to get their kids in there, and they've been caught, and they've had to serve jail time. Just
Hey guys.
Hi guys, it's Sarah and
Aaron.
Welcome back to the Zebra Tribe. So it's been a moment since Aaron and I did a sit-down video, so we decided to make one where we talk about like the recent, what would you call it? The recent scandals?
Recent scandals.
Or recent scandal involving, you know, the parents who are, you know, cheating their kids, basically.
Are they cheating their kids, or are they cheating other kids?
I guess.
I don't think their kids are being cheated.
Their kids aren't being cheated, but their kids are cheating.
I don't know if it's being cheated, yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's like a...
indirectly.
Yeah, indirectly. So, yeah, I thought it would be a good topic to talk about because you guys know, obviously, we're parents, and we don't have... Michaela is like the closest that's going to be in, you know, that age group. And when you're a parent, I mean, I guess all of you guys who are parents, you understand what it's like to love your kids and love your kids so much that you want the best for them, but doesn't mean that cheating is okay. Some of the things that...
we don't have private universities in Canada, so...
No. When I learned about the amount that these parents paid off these people, it sounded ridiculous to me. I'm like, millions of dollars. I'm like, why? These people themselves are wealthy. They have the money. Yeah. So therefore, their kids are born into this kind of wealth. Why do they need, like, yes, an education is important. I can promote that. But why do their kids need this degree at such a cost? They
just want their kids to get into a good school.
I know, but to come out and do what?
Oh, I don't know.
To come out and do what? Are most of them like in Starlight anyways?
Yeah. But
so what? I mean, why do they need? Is it really just to say my kids went to Yale
or Brown or?
Yeah, that's all it is.
I know. That is really probably what it is, right? Because I mean, if your kid got in just because you spent a lot of money, they're gonna probably not finish. Might not finish at that school.
But even if they do, I'm just saying,
because they won't be able to handle the workload. But
true. But, well, look.
There's a lot of legal cheating by rich people, right? Because they'll give their kids tutors. They'll pay for all these prep, hundreds of thousands of dollars of prep.
Well,
right?
For a lot of people, they paid some paid $500,000. I'm like, at that rate, you might as well just invest in your kid becoming a star.
I know.
You know. They're not, I don't know, I just don't understand the concept of it. These days, I would think to myself, as much as education is important and I'd promote my kids to get it, I'm not going to pay that hard for them to get it. Like, I'm not going to go and try to pay $500,000 to cheat their way into university. That sounds stupid. I would go,
that doesn't sound right. I agree.
I would pay and support their university wherever they, wherever they have to go or wherever they need to go.
Would you pay $100,000 for Michaela to have a tutor?
No, I don't think that's $100,000. There are other tutors out there.
I'm just saying, if like we could afford the best of the best.
That sounds ridiculous.
Would you afford? Yeah.
That sounds ridiculous.
That sounds ridiculous.
Yes, it doesn't sound ridiculous to you. It's money out the door.
Well, I mean, if it's really nothing to you, right?
I don't know. My mindset's not like that. It's not going to be, no matter what. It's just like this channel. If this channel ever grew to become something like that, money is still going to be a thing. And if it's a thing and we have it that much, we should be helping people.
Yeah. Not
just throwing that much money down the drain. $100,000, we could find a tutor next door for I would say what?
Oh, you could hire a tutor for a lot less than that. A lot less than that.
Yeah.
Right?
That's ridiculous.
It's okay, Zozo. Don't worry.
Anyways, story...
You'll get a lot of good work done when you're older.
Apparently, they weren't even investigating them, right? It was another case that was being investigated, and then they got caught in the midst of it because someone kind of tipped.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
the guy that's responsible for that particular area, he created like a fake charity type thing to promote. He kind of created a side door where you pay.
You have to pay money to get
Yeah.
in?
Yes.
Oh.
But and I'm shocked by that Lori Becky. You guys know her, Becky from Full House. I was kind of shocked that she's in the midst of it, because her daughter is a big social media. She's big on social media. Her daughter has a YouTube channel, over 2 million subscribers. So I know she's making money on her channel. Yes, she's going to university, but what the heck? Why did they have to pay to get her there like that? And why did they have
to cheat the system?
Yeah, she paid
you're
for.
You're cheating the students that didn't go to get it. Does anyone else have an opinion? Because I don't know why really wealthy people feel the need to cheat.
Yeah, I don't get.
But maybe someone can explain it.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you think it is? Aside from the status.
It's just status. Like, that is all it is.
To be like, oh yeah, she went to Yale.
Why do you need 5 luxury cars?
True.
You're only going to drive one at a time.
Well, yeah.
And you're going to have a favorite.
Yeah, and then there's the one of family where the girl, she was recruited apparently for the soccer team, right?
Yep.
And she never played soccer for Yale the entire time.
Oh, wow.
She was just brought in, put on the team to make it look okay. Here you go.
She's on the roster? Like, she doesn't
Here.
play, though. Obviously, she doesn't play.
No, she doesn't play. She was put on the team, but she never really played. She was never in the pictures, like the what do you call it, a team photo or anything like that. And I don't know if it's the parents or whoever created her backstory fabricated that she has like a history of playing and that she was like the captain of a soccer team. But when they researched it, all of her credentials were false. They were made up.
Oh.
That girl is still attending Yale.
Yeah.
But she's no longer obviously unaffiliated with the team or whatever. But I'm like, I would feel so embarrassed.
I'd be embarrassed.
I'd be so embarrassed. And the worst thing is, a lot of these kids apparently are saying that they had no clue. Like, some of them apologized on behalf of what's been done.
Wait, that's crazy. That's crazy. How
Yeah.
kids don't have any idea of
That
your
it's
application. That's crazy.
And they're saying that,
That's-
and with the whole payout, they're saying that a lot of them don't have a clue what's going on. Like the one, Felicity Huffman, apparently her kid didn't have any idea, and she paid, I think, $15,000 for a proctor to come in and monitor the kid's exam to make sure that the grades were on point. So someone to basically kind of give her the
cheating.
answers. $15,000 just for the one exam.
That's crazy. That's crazy, though. That's cheating. And I don't know how you can be an unwilling participant in cheating.
So
I
yeah,
really don't know
exactly.
how.
So that's the thing. That's the kind of
that
thing.
doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
That's the thing that makes me question too, because a lot of these kids are saying they don't know.
They don't know, but that sounds really sketchy to me, honestly. Don't know all the details, but that sounds sketchy. If you don't know how your application gets doctored in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and you get into this
school.
prestigious school.
So just because.
Yeah, and then on the other side of it, like I think about all the kids that got cheated. Like if I were one of those parents who wanted my kid to attend a school and they couldn't attend because you got people just paying their way through. Yeah. Meanwhile, my kid could have had the possibility of making it in through the door. They didn't even have a chance. And when you also think about the minorities and all those other people who have basically, they use like fake addresses or whatever because they won't even look at your application if they see what neighborhood you're from. And so some of those minorities who want their kids to attend the school, but then they have to use like a different neighborhood or a different address to get their kids in there, and they've been caught and they've had to serve jail time. Just on account of an address change.
Well, let's see what happens.
But then you have celebrities.
So
she's pooping in the background.
She's doing like this push-up. Oh. So are you okay? She's stretching, guys. Oh, Mama, come. Her cheeks look so firm right there.
Yeah, so
Mama.
I'll be curious to see if any of these celebrities face any kind of jail time. Obviously, from what we see, they don't often do
When
that.
you game the system like that, something should happen.
But when you've got like just, basic everyday people who do, and I'm not gonna say like changing your address isn't a crime.
Changing your address is a crime.
But I mean, and I knew people that did that when we were growing up. I knew people
who do that in Canada, in the GTA, when people change their address on their insurance policies to pay less insurance.
And that's so different. That's not even the same thing, though.
That's fraud.
It is fraud, but that is so different. Like, we're talking about here the fact that your kid is gonna be they're not allowed to go to a particular school because they're discriminated against, and because of where you're coming from. So even growing up, I knew people who went to the Catholic school because the Catholic school was better for you. I know some people, they use like their relative's address. They use their relative's address so they could attend
a better school,
the Catholic school that was close by me.
I know. You know what? I've known people that do that too.
But we didn't even think it was a big crime. Can you imagine if their parents were incarcerated as a result of that?
That'd be so silly.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, but then you've got like big crimes here where you've got people paying $500,000.
Well, in total millions of dollars, I guess, right? People are getting paid millions of dollars to help cheat the system. It's not right. It's not right. We'll see what happens. I hope they go to jail.
Are you just saying that, or are you?
No, I'm serious. I hope they serve time.
What if it was one of your favorite actors or actress? Would you still care?
I have no respect.
What if it Scarlett Johansson?
If she does the crime, she should do the time.
Yeah, but she's your crush. You'd want to keep her around.
She's not my crush. Mom, come on. She has to go to jail if she breaks the law.
What if it was Gabrielle Union?
Jail.
That's a lie. You'd be like, oh, she's pretty. Let me leave her.
Come on. No. Justice is blind. For that reason. What?
That's a lie. You would.
Come on. If I was a judge, I'd be impartial.
You would not. Knowing you would.
Fair.
This is exactly why you wouldn't be a judge, because you
Listen,
are
I'm gonna
that.
be a judge.
No, you are that guy that would be like. You'd feel bad, and you'd be like, "Oh, okay." You would let things slip. You would, because you're.
I would I think if people were really unfortunate, they were misfortunate, and they were caught up in the wrong situation at the wrong time.
I know you think you would, but
I would have some understanding and some empathy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of empathy, guys. That's why she married me. I was empathetic.
Don't be saying stuff like that. That's not even true. Zoe, you pooped. Anyways, guys.
Love you.
Anywho, I thought this was a fun little discussion to be had because...
Yeah, especially all the Americans who have to deal with private
tuition
and state schools, and probably there's a whole mess of things that I have no idea about, because in Canada, all you do is apply to the public universities you want to go to.
Yes.
And everyone knows, in Canada, everyone knows the public universities. So like if I say Toronto or McMaster or
in Ontario, like Guelph.
Not Guelph.
Or
but even
Waterloo.
like UBC, we know in Canada that every public university is accredited, and you're going to get a good education there, right? I work with people that have gone to other engineering schools that are not as difficult to get into, but their education is very similar, and I enjoy working with them. I don't have any complaints. That's what I'm saying. But in the States, it's different, right? You want to go to MIT, you want to go to Harvard. It's a lot of hoops you have to jump through, and there's a lot of competition. And it's really expensive. It's really expensive. That's another difficult thing. So, anyway.
Anywho, guys, We're going to end this conversation because this child is doing the most. If you guys have any other topics that you want us to talk about and discuss, feel free to leave it down below, because we do enjoy doing this. I thought it was a good topic for us because, obviously we have kids, and
one of them's preparing to go to university in a couple of years.
We have hopes and dreams for them, and I just think, this kind of stuff definitely affects all of us one way or the other, because some of us are being cheated while, you know, other kids are
getting the
are
benefits.
getting the benefits just by paying their way through. And it's like, if you got the money to pay your way through, why not just go do something else? I don't know.
Yeah, learn how to invest.
Yeah, why don't you go and invest? That was my perspective on it. It's like, if you've got that much money, why couldn't they?
You could spend 4 years learning how to invest from the best and make a lot more money.
$600,000, they could invest.
You will learn a lot more just strictly from learning how to invest.
Yeah. There's so many things that they could do with that money. I was trying to calculate, like, some of the money that one individual parent spent on their child attending this school. I'm like, how, if their kid were to go out there and even having like a good job, right? It's a good job. If they were to go out there, how long would it take them to actually make this amount of money back?
Yeah.
For the average person, I would say like almost 10 years. If you're gonna, you know what I mean? If it's like $1 million or even 600,000, I get it. Like, not everyone makes $100,000.
No.
So,
actually, the vast majority do not.
No, the vast majority do not. So what's gonna happen in that? You know what I mean?
I know.
How long would it take them to make that back? 10 years of their life, and they could do so much in that time frame.
I know. It's sad.
Food for thought.
Food for thought. Yeah. Guys, leave some comments on what you think about that scandal and what should happen to the parents.
Yeah, let us know what your thoughts are on that.
Hi guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. Subscribe.